Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. There was a load of juicy information from Chris Roberts on Reverse the Verse and in the form of a letter from the chairman. This video will be a summary of those two juicy data piles, talking about a new IFCS model, ship rentals, player caps on servers, future releases, pay to win, Vulkan support, and a whole lot more. There is a new version of IFCS in the works, the flight model, and it's going to be coming to the game relatively soon, with thrusters being converted over to the item system 2.0. This system is going to be multi-threaded and batched and optimized, with some more of it probably being shown at CitizenCon and deployed by the end of the year. So what are the changes? Chris wasn't happy with the current dogfighting experience. The old IFCS was trying to do too many things and was overly designer focused. They are aware that not everyone has the same vision of what they would prefer for IFCS as well. So Chris feels that in some cases they had overpowered the maneuvering, but the mass of the ships wasn't really affecting their flight enough. They don't want to go full science, but they want dogfighting to work with a parameter of proper physics, balance on ships' thrusters, so ships not being able to change course as rapidly as they currently do, but not too far in the other direction where you're taking ages and ages to turn. Cleaning up the mismatched styles of the flight mechanics, ships having distinct flight personalities are important, so Xi'an ships would be more suited to strafing, the Hornet more of a traditional fighter. Allocation of power is going to be a lot more important, as will damage taken to your ship and thrusters. There will be trade-offs when you overpower your thrusters. You will be able to turn more quickly, but you'll also generate more heat, use more power, and the item may misfire or degrade faster as well. They want the system to be easy to pick up for a new player, but for there to be a huge amount of skill for high-level plays, potential with micromanagement of your systems, things like that. Atmospheric flight will be affected by drag, lift, and environmental forces like wind as well. And it doesn't sound like they're entirely scrapping the old IFCS model, just overhauling it, but there is a dedicated team working on that feature now. Ship renting in the persistent universe. The intention is to have ship renting and apparently purchasing in 3.3 if possible, though this is going to be roadmap dependent. They are also trying to push persistence where database resets happen less too. Star Citizen will cater for both PvP and PvE styles of gameplay. There will be a lot of PvE around, as there's going to be sort of like 9 NPCs to every one player. PvP will typically be more common in certain systems, so you'll be able to avoid it to some extent. Players will set their own goals and be able to pursue what they want. There will be NPCs of all levels, so even if you are a crappy dogfighter, if you want to do that, or if you want to dogfight still, you can find a mission for your sort of like a level. Object container streaming requires a large update of the code. This is a major focus for them right now for 3.3 deployment. For a later update, the physics system is also undergoing a major refactor at the moment. So this is going to allow for greater performance and scalability. They're also getting a more reliable rigid body system. Currently, servers only use up to 4 CPU threads for physics, apparently. So once this number can be increased, they will really be able to up the player counts. They estimate 200 or so to start with. Server meshing should then allow them to go beyond that with players in close proximity, so they can have, I suppose, 200 in each little area nearby. The aim is to have everyone in the same universe eventually. CitizenCon Releases. So 3.3 and the third quarterly patch release of each year is now planned to be released with CitizenCon. So previously, September would have been for 3.3. That's going to shift a week or two to mid-October. Going forward, the releases for the first quarter will be the end of March, second quarter end of June, third quarter in October with CitizenCon. So this year, this is going to be on the 10th of October, and fourth quarter, that's going to be mid to late December. Typically, the second and third quarter updates will be more meaty in terms of updates. The roadmap will continue to show around 12 months ahead. The Squadron 42 roadmap will be added to the roadmap on the website as well in the future too. That is still a thing. There was no roadmap update this week though. They are updating that roadmap with a more accurate scheduling ASAP though, and they wanted to make sure they had a more detailed, accurate analysis of exactly what's going on the roadmap, because they accidentally released last week before the roadmap was ready when they were kind of rescheduling. So they want something a bit more accurate to go up there before they update it again. Water, we will have swimming at some point. It is in a backlog of items to be completed. Some ships will be able to float as part of the physics model. There will be boats in the future. For 3.3, Hurston's going to have water. It's going to have wave simulation, but not much in the ways of being able to interact with the water. They're not sure if it's just going to kill you if you try and get into it, or you land a ship in it in the short term. The Apollo Q&A is planned to come out on the 8th of August. Vulkan Support is on hold at the moment until object container streaming, GPU skinning, and the DNA face tech are complete, and then they're going to work on Vulkan integration. Players will be encouraged to wear clothing where possible in-game. Heavy armor or armor will restrict your movement, and certain seats and chairs won't be operable, including pilot seats, when you're in certain armor. There are going to be lockers on most ships so you can change into your armor or your clothing easily. They want players to take off their battle armor when they are around landing zones or in social environments. If armor slowly degrades slightly over time while wearing it, I actually suspect players will change into civvies where possible very quickly, but that's my own personal recommendation. Decompression mechanics will be a thing still. Once they've completed the physics refactor, they will continue to work on it. So we will see explosive decompressions. We will see decompressions between two rooms where there is a big change in pressure. Video content. They are planning on creating video content to cater for hardcore, casual, and potential backers alike. They have been getting some new video production staff together as well. They plan to make fewer, less detailed featurettes, but more focus on ones like detailed deep dives into features and mechanics that might be a bit longer, telling the full implementation, concept, and direction of a mechanic in the future, so we have a bit more information. The video content will evolve as they go forward, as they try new things as well. In regards to open development and stuff they show on these videos, they will hold a few things back for Squadron 42 spoilers and teasers and CitizenCon stuff, but other than that, the roadmap and videos will show active development of the game. Chris also addressed pay to win in both the Reverse the Verse and newsletter. So this is also talking a little bit about the UEC cap lifting, but it was pretty much exactly the same statement as I made in a video the day before. So I will link you to that, as well as the statement from Chris below. But it was pretty much almost identical along the same lines. But Star Citizen is not intended to be pay to win. And in the words of Chris Roberts, some people are worried that they will be at a disadvantage when the game starts for real compared to players that have stockpiled ships or UEC. This has been a debate on the forums since the project started, but this is not a concern for me, as I know what the game will be and I know how we're designing it. There will always be some players that have more than others, regardless of whether they've spent more or played more, because people start at different times and play at different paces. This is the nature of persistent MMOs. Star Citizen isn't some race to the top. It's not like Highlander, where there can only be one. It is an open-ended persistent universe sandbox that doesn't have an end game or a specific win state. We are building it to cater for all players of all skill levels that prefer PvE or PvP, that like to play solo or in a group or a large organization, that want to pursue various professions, some peaceful and some combat orientated. This is the core philosophy of Star Citizen. There isn't one path, nor is there one way to have fun. This may be a foreign concept to gamers, as the majority of games are about winning and losing, but Star Citizen isn't a normal game. It's a first-person universe that allows you to live a virtual life in a compelling futuristic setting. You win by having fun. The fun is different things to different people. But tell me what you think down in the comments below, or ask any questions, as there was a lot of juicy information there. I actually like inequality in a starting universe. I don't want everyone to start in Auroras in the starting system on day one. Like, I don't know, 100,000 of them and just zoom off in different directions. That's madness to me. Inequality, economy, that's all sort of stuff that is part of the simulation. If you have someone with more stuff than someone else. It doesn't mean you're going to have any less fun. You can join an organization if you want to. You are not going to have to pay to access any of these additional features or ships or anything. Everything will be obtainable in-game. Every month we have a giveaway. For August, it's for a Saber Raven. All you need to do is be subscribed to my YouTube channel and comment on any of my videos during the month for a chance to win. A huge thank you to my Patreons whose continued support helps me run the channel. More regularly starting this month, there will be exclusive content, early videos, polls, and ways to influence the channels for both my Patreons and something new to YouTube, channel memberships and subscriptions. It is another way to support creators, giving viewers more options, as well as giving them some emotes and badges. I'll be normalizing appropriate rewards between Patreon and the channel membership service where I can, so fans wanting to provide greater support won't lose out whatever medium they choose. Thank you so much for your continued support, guys, and for watching. Please take care, and I'll see you in the verse.